The TBI is stepping in after a domestic violence incident turned deadly in Raleigh. A Memphis police officer shot and killed a 39-year-old man who police say came at them with knives. RJ Shakur with more on what happened and how police are trained to respond in these types of situations.
I wondered if there were any policemen left in Memphis because they were all on my street.
A domestic violence call Friday morning bringing shock to what neighbors say is an otherwise peaceful part of Raleigh.
It was overwhelming to walk out and see a big police van right in front of my house. It was my neighbor's 2 doors down, and I was so upset. Of course, it's not good for the neighborhood, but you've got people that go off all over anywhere.
The call leading to the fatal shooting of 39-year-old Freeman Sherman Jr. According to the TBI, Sherman was in an upstairs bedroom of his Raleigh home, armed with several knives, and as officers approached him, Sherman swung a knife at 2 of the officers, causing one of them to fall down a flight of steps. We're told that second officer fired at Sherman, wielding the knife, killing him.
For years and years now, police officers have been trained on what they call response to edge weapons, which means knives, broken bottles, pencils, pens, things that can really hurt and harm you.
Law enforcement and gun safety expert Benny Cobb telling us training in many situations like this varies, but the general guidance taught to law enforcement is what's called the 20-foot drill.
People tend to take knives for granted.
That 21 feet is the distance when someone with a knife or other similar object running toward the police can cover before officers remove their gun from their holster and then fire. Cobb says in domestic violence situations involving knives, the use of less lethal weapons such as a taser isn't a common practice.
I am a certified active shooter instructor, but knowing how available knives are, we have adapted our training to active shooter in response to violent incidents to include knives, broken bottles, and edge weapons.
Memphis Police did confirm for their department that the 20-foot drill is just general guidance for their department. It's not necessarily a requirement for officers to follow. In Raleigh, I'm Jay Shakur.